Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well, keeping out of mischief. Yes, this is going to be a lovely reading. It feels like it's going to be good. I feel positive about this. I've been, as usual, for the long-time viewers, we've been the royal we. Been potting around, made myself a coffee, kind of like checking in on the energy here. I will say up front. Okay, here's your multiple disclaimers coming. Okay, I'll say up front, if you're, into kind of like proper anxiety, worry, concern, that kind of thing, maybe this is not the reading for you. All right, I don't want to be kind of responsible of causing issue, even though the energy is feeling quite bouncy and quite fluid at the moment, actually. I just want to, make sure. So if you're feeling a bit squeaky bum, right? Technical term. Maybe move on to another video. All right, you can view another one of mine, obviously. But I mean, those YouTube pennies. But I mean, overall, it's just there's your disclaimer. Secondly, as I've just mentioned as well, bit fluid the energy on this. Okay, so this is just kind of tapping into the energy now. However, how do I put this? It feels like there's a lot of blue sky thinking going on. Kind of like lots of board meetings, conference rooms, conference calls, that kind of stuff, flapping, anger, kind of sweaty palms, worried, concerned, that kind of energy around. Doesn't feel as if there is any specific decisions being made yet. Okay, so this is just more a check-in rather than a here we go. All right, so just so we know, I don't often do those sorts of things. And as always, I don't know where this reading is going to go, apart from just the feelings around it or any sort of downloads that I've got prior to it. That's mainly it. All right. So this was suggested several times. However, the one that I'm going to name and shame is Blues Fan. Hi. Hello. How you doing? Naming and shame. And this is the reason why. As per usual, they have done the specific kind of the almost definite way of getting a reading on this channel. It's the suck up sandwich. It's pretty much they've said, I love your channel. I don't know why they sound like this, but they sound like this. Love your channel. Thummy. See what I mean? Straight in there, kind of straight in, kind of like sucking up beautiful stuff. Professionalism. Could you do, could you do, if possible? Yeah, that's good. Okay, if possible, it's possible. Most things are possible around here. Bribe me. There's lots of things possible. That's what she said. A reading on pensioners' winter fuel payments. Will it be overturned and reinstated? So we're going to do that one first. Okay, like I said, these two things are very much in flux right now. So let's work this out. So. And primarily, the main thing, what's caused the most things in flux is, I believe it was over the weekend, one of the newspapers, one of the places, they published kind of winter fuel saved 1.5 billion or whatever it was. The cost, the renewed cost for asylum seekers and illegal migration and hotels and all that kind of stuff is now at 15 billion. So it's like, what? It's something as if they found somewhere along the line. They seems to have found an additional, I think it was like 100,000, 144,000, something like that. I'm not the news. I'm not here to give it, but they found the additional migrants. I don't know, at the back of the sofa or something. They found additional ones, and it was like, oh, that's escalated it a bit. So let's find out first about the winter fuel. Will it be overturned and reinstated for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. Always be appreciative. Mm-hmm. So then, right. Queen of Wands keeps coming up. keeps coming up for Labour. This new person who feels blokey bloke, even though they're the Queen, turning up as the Queen. This is a repeating kind of it doesn't matter which deck we use, as if you've been watching along for a little while this week, and so it doesn't matter which deck it is, they keep coming up. Six of Cups, going back traditions, yes. All right. The Queen Bee here, looking at the traditional way of doing things, reinstating, kind of going back to traditional ways and that kind of malarkey. Finding temperance, balancing out the situation, being inspired by what, obviously this was a bad call. Hierophant, rules, regulations, empathy is what I'm getting primarily here. Next layer. Wow. The Universe, one of the 4 extra cards in this deck, which is what we refer to as the Epic Arcana. This is infinite growth, infinite possibilities, infinite. This is what I'm on about. It's all up in the air right now. There's no specific kind of very much in flux. No decisions necessarily being made as such. It almost feels like it's that old chestnut of fighting between departments kind of thing. King of Cups. Interesting that the king is looking at the infinite growth, infinite possibilities, infinite. Don't know who that is. I don't recognize that energy. 5 of matches, 5 of wands, the conflict, the confusion, the upset, the rigmarole. Yeah, that what we would quite clearly cancelling that. It's ridiculous. Notice he's turned his back on this conflict. He's turning towards this infinite growth. How do we make this happen? Inspired, the light bulb moment, aha moment with the Ace of Wands here. 6 of Wands. Yes, victory, success. Yeah, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. No, Hawk Lady. Oh, there we go. Hawk Lady at the end there, saving the day. Okay. Yes, it is going to be reinstated. Yes, at the present time, I don't know any like I said, it's still quite in flux right now. Overarching energy, calm the F down card of the 4 of Swords. Underlying energy, making a decision. Yeah. So it's pretty with primarily the victory, the success, the kind of going back to reminiscing back to the old ways of traditions of ways of doing things and all that kind of stuff. Yes, okay. I'm just gonna yeah. Timeline at this present time, it's in flux. I can't give you a timeline right now. I know that's just boo, but it's very much it's a done deal. All right. It's it's pretty much okay. It's just a matter of time before they finally get it sorted. All right. How about back payment? Will there be a back payment? Thinking of possibilities, that they're in 2 minds right now. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, persevering with flip-flopping between the what's possible. I don't think there's going to be a back payment. So like a reasonable amount of people are still going to be a little bit out of pocket, but they're reinstating it. All right. Let's have a look. Hawk Lady again. Hawk Lady. Still persevering through, but it's the fact that they've achieved it. Yeah, there's carrying the 1 in the sum. They've kind of found a way, that kind of thing. So there's that. Okay. So now let's go back to Blues Fan. I don't know which Blues one. Hold on, what logo is that? I don't know anything about footy ball. Is that Chelsea? Is that, I don't know if I'm I don't approve. I don't know or approve of this logo. By the way, I just want to put that out there. I'm just like it's their little doobly doo icon, right? So I just want people to know. Blue Fan continued. And will they do cuts on disability PIP, or will that get overturned? As Blue Fan obviously can see vulnerable people suffering. Okay. Keep up the great work. There is the other side of the sandwich. There we go. You see, this is sucking up sandwich. It's glorious. I loves it. So disability payment. Are they going to rethink the disability PIP scenario for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. Always be appreciative. Hold on. Ten of Swords, Knight of Needles. No, sorry, Nine of Swords. Knight of Swords. I can speak. Shh. Sorry, I stopped there because universal credit just plopped into my head. Knight of Swords. Ten of Swords. I think they're gonna... Let's just try this again. Am I right in thinking that they're going to change direction in that respect? 4 matches, 7 of Swords. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing with this reading. I'm normally quite good at translating between normal tarot and this deck tarot. So 4 of Wands, 11 card, make a wish, celebration, that kind of thing. But it's deceptive. Yeah. They're going to go after universal instead. Right, let's go and finish off this. Come on, disability allowance and PIP for the greatest good for all concerned. Are they over rethinking the situation? Blah blah blah. This seems a little bit more of a done deal. That's why I stopped. It felt like stop. Look, I don't normally get. What does that say? Oh, decision. We know the answer to this one. There's a decision. Let's have a look. Strength, Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So they're planting seeds, new seeds here, new situations, new seeds, new opportunities here, having the strength to do it. Temperance again, balancing act. A lot of the temperance keeps coming out, and as you've seen, I shuffle quite a lot and all that jazz and cut and all that malarkey, and yet still we've got this temperance coming out, it's almost like backpedaling kind of energy. So already it feels like 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, trying to move on, mini leap of faith, reviewing their situation and progress. It's not working. King of Swords. Like proper authority. No, this is not right. So they're like, for this. Notice how the swordfish is looking at the 7 of Pentacles here, and having the strength to do it. It's kind of like, we've persevered. It's not working. We've got to try something else. It's going to be universal credit next. This is it. The cock rule, flirting with ideas of the Page of Swords, looking elsewhere, looking at other opportunities. And then there we go, action, bam. So we know about the decision, underlying energy is going to be a victory. Yeah, once again, a victory. This is the one that I want to work on. I knew that I had to do it in this. This is why I chose this question, actually, because it was the order it felt right to do, if you get me. This is why it was like, this is the one. So let me go and get the prediction deck out and find out what's going on here, because it's not PIP, it's universal. That's what it feels like. Instead of something to do with the amount of people that are still on universal since COVID needs to be reduced. That's where they're going to go from this. Something along that. Joining forces, returns to normal, imprisoned, detained. What's that one? Progress. So they feel trapped in this situation. The joining forces is what's worrying me. There is some sort of kind of deal being done. That I don't like. Disaster, wreck, collusion, manipulation. Yeah. There's that. Outage in the dark. Yeah, they're trying to keep secret housing issues. Yeah. This is where we're going with this. This is hold on, what's this? Controlled narrative, foreign occupation. Yeah. This is where it's going to be. This is where the new lines are being drawn here. I don't know where I even want to go with this yet. Let me go and use the Dinky deck to clarify the joining forces here, because it feels a bit dodge. Technical term. And I may even do the imprisoned, but I think that's quite... They're still trapped in the... how do we balance the books? That's where I'm getting that from. So that's what that feels like. So that's why I'm more interested in finding out more details about this. So let's have a look. Join forces. Can we clarify joining forces, please? Sun in reverse. Oh dear. This doesn't feel good at all. Especially with the darkness overarching energy with the prediction deck and the sun in reverse, i.e. it's in the darkness, it's plotting, planning. Fool card, taking the leap of faith. World, new cycle, yeah. No other decisions, no other choice. Five of Swords, it feels like they've lost, it's a small victory, so they've got to go, yeah. Queen of Pentacles, they've got to be proactive in this option, yeah. Bugger. They just don't get it, do they? Why don't they get it? How can a country being sixth in the world, right, of riches and stuff like that, be in so much dilemma? Do you know what I mean? It's times like this that I just don't quite. It doesn't. It makes no sense. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Right, let's have a look at this. I'm going to use the Kipper deck really quickly, and then we'll go to the outcome. Okay, because I think that's where cut the deck. Where we need to be. Courtship, occupation, family room. This is happening. The family room to me is behind closed doors. Energy, discussions behind closed doors. The courtship is this joining forces thing again. Whatever department this is, or what deal is being made, or whatever that may be, and then they're going to put the work in, but it's all in secret. It's all poverty. Wow. Underlying energy message. Yeah, we're going to get the message soon enough. Oh, bugger. Right. This feels slimy. We've gone like I think I mentioned it like a couple of readings ago. That I can't remember which reading it was now. Normally when I do a reading and stuff like that, it's almost like reading a book, the story. Okay, so chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, so on and so forth. And as soon as we went into kind of chapter, kind of like with the Kipper deck, chapter 3, it feels very sly. It's very kind of Four of Cups up, try to fall out there. It feels as if it's like, well, fine, we'll do more of you then. It's that kind of energy. It's like, we were only going to affect that many people, but now screw you, serve you right kind of energy. You know, it's not a pleasant feeling. And the occupation here is, you would have thought it was like pushing them back to work and stuff like that, which is fair and all that kind of stuff to some extent. But this feels more like jobs worthy. I'm just doing my job. I've got to balance the books. I'm just doing my job. You know, that kind of. So can we have an outcome, please, for this this PIP and universal credit, please, for the greatest good for all concerned. Thank you. Always be appreciative. Knight of Swords. Truth, knowledge, wisdom coming in. Rushing in. Having the strength. If you remember, it's like it's on the strength card there. So it's like rushing in, trying to make it sword. It's like, okay, no, we're backpedaling. We're going to do this. You know, we'll find other solutions. The decision's already been made. Oh, we'll find other places to save money. Seven of Cups, they've had the thought, making the decision again. Queen of Swords. Why did I say that? Two of Swords. Repeating, the decision's being made already. And there's the courtship again. This almost feels as if, I know I've just said that's the courtship again, but this feels as if like this is a kind of secret handshake kind of shenanigans. And this feels like it's almost putting different communities against each other. Divide and conquer kind of energy. I know it's the choice and the lovers and stuff, but that feels like it's more dodgy, if you get me. I know that's it's a bit vague, but it feels as if like, well, we can't. Well, okay, we won't focus on the disabilities. We'll focus on universal credit and all that kind of stuff, which in some respects includes, you know, well, we're just being more. You know, it's more of a more people, you know, that, you know, we're not targeting anyone in particular. We're just, it's all, you know, that kind of energy. Wheel of Fortune, Four of Cups again. It tried to fall out before. Here it is again. I think that's the response. Oh, wow. Page of Cups has just tried to fall out there. 10 of Swords, the betrayal. Two of Wands, Knight of Cups. What was that there? It was the Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. I feel like in this respect, this is very much kind of, with the Knight of Cups here, people coming in together and going, well, this is still not right. Why are you doing this? Blah, 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 right? But the thing is, it's not as loud because they've now gone, well, we'll just focus on everybody instead of just that particular group. You know, it's that, so it's kind of, they've purposefully taken the wind out the sails, as it were. You know, it's that kind of 10 of Pentacles. Whatever this Knight of Cups here is, and this Two of Wands, it is going to resolve in a better outcome. Obviously, the 10 of Pentacles. But the reason why I wasn't going, haha, yay, is that this Knight of Cups feels off. So I want to use the dinky deck down here as well. Overarching energy, the Emperor. Imposing authority, it feels like. If this feels like the Emperor in reverse, very sly, manipulative, trying to get away from it. 8 of Cups. Let me just, right, hold on, I'm running out of space. Let me just use the dinky deck to find out what this is. Can we clarify the Two of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles, please? The outcome is good, but for who? You know, it's that kind of energy. And like I said, that Knight of Cups does not feel right, especially when it's after the Four of Cups. If you know what I mean, it's like he's offering this cup, and it's like no one wants it. It's like, this is not right. This is not fair. So it's like it. But I feel like I'm also, just for the new people here and stuff who are trying to learn how to read tarot at the same time. It does feel as if the slyness, snaky kind of energy is overpowering the whole reading. So it's getting a bit difficult to kind of pinpoint specific things as well. It's just a smear of just like manipulation. So yeah, 2 of Wands. Can we clarify the 2 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles, please? Thank you. Right. 2 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Defending the ground, the 9 of Wands. Oh, wow. 6 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Knight of Pentacles. That's more like it. Okay. King of Wands in reverse. Page of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. See, all this money now, yeah? Which equates to 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. No decision needed. There's the 10th pentacle. I've just realised that's the 10th pentacle, isn't it? I was being so clever, almost being kind of countdown over here with numbers. I've just realised, oh, there's your 10th pentacle. So, King of Wands in reverse. That guy feels like this Knight of Cups. Okay? Almost like he's put back in his box. There's no decision. There's no, it's kind of, we've gone from the 2 of Swords up here and 2 of Swords here to suddenly it's overturned. Quite literally, metaphorically speaking, you do you, boo, whatever, But it's 2 of Swords, it's pushed back again. King of Wands in reverse is kind of rejected, is what I'm getting. And then it's back to 6 of Pentacles. This lovely yin and yang, back and forth, balanced approach. 2 of Pentacles, going from topsy-turvy into calmer, chilled out, balanced again. Page of Pentacles, another offer comes along. But I feel as if, and then like from the page to the Knight, it definitely feels as if it's almost like a negotiation. Yeah, it's almost like it's very similar energy to kind of what you would expect. And some people may take this the right way or the wrong way, but it's like when governments sit down with unions and kind of negotiate terms, it feels like here's the offer, and then it's upgraded, and then it's a done deal, and it's fine. But yeah, it definitely feels as if this shift of going, okay, we won't do PIP, but we'll do universal instead, is then yet again put back in its box eventually. But this does feel as if it is going to take a little, once again with the winter fuel and all that kind of stuff, it's going to take a little time before it actually gets sorted. And I feel like it's purposely going to go across summer recess break thing as well. It's like there's delay upon delay upon delay on this one. This is gonna be drawn out. Let me just do cartoon clarity here. Let me just do looking after each other, which is interesting because obviously it's the Lover's card and then it's eternal love. It's kind of like we've gone from pitting each other against each other to suddenly, no, we're looking after each other, which is what it's kind of what, in a hippie way, that what I've been talking about, these individual, like the farmers and the PIP and the waspy women need to come together. We, all on the same page. Yeah. It's that kind of energy. People slowly but surely clubbing together. Sweet dreams, satisfied, feeling comfortable. 3 of Cups in this deck. Family, bond. Yes, it's going back to a community atmosphere. Overarching stubbornness. Yep, there is that. But like I said, he's rejected. And yeah, self-worth. Knowing their self-worth, self-value and all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be, like I said, a long, drawn-out thing. Winter fuel is definitely going to be sorted. PIP, eventually they're going to shift. We saw how quickly this week lifelong stuttering starmer has gone from we need immigration, to suddenly like, oh, immigration bad. Ooh. It's like, who are you? What did you do with stuttering starmer? What's going on? But yeah, is that kind of sudden shift there? Something falls on the floor. But yeah, it's that kind of, where's this come from kind of energy. All right. So if you enjoyed this reading, please thummy like. It generally helps out the channel. If you're new here and you enjoy what we do here, subscribe, dingling that bell. Comment down below your thoughts if you've been reading along. And until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.